welcome to another pen video from me, Penultimate Dave. So I have here another unboxing and review video. You'll see here it says Majohn and it's design made in China. And you'll also see down the bottom here it says writing instruments. Comes in this box that you can see. Quite a small pen box, quite nice from that perspective. So I think if I lift the lid here, I'll show you the pen. So this comes with a care guide, a manual here on how to fill your pen. Unfortunately, it normally goes through cartridge converters, pistons and other filling mechanisms. It doesn't stipulate that it's for your specific pen. You do see here, Majohn, feel the temperature of writing. I'm not so sure that you feel the temperature of writing. Maybe that's a little bit lost in translation. But this pen is quite a nice looking pen. It's the Majohn P139 in almost like a cracked ice white. I'd say it's more of a like a chatoyant white really than cracked ice. It kind of reminds me of a Delta Dolce Vita. I kind of feel that Majohn do copy a lot of Western brands, and I do feel that they probably have copied that look and feel. The clip, I would say, is definitely reminiscent of a vintage Mont Blanc as well. You can see there's a gold-plated cap band there as well. And it does say Majohn, which used to be Moon Man, but it's now Majohn. If I unscrew the cap, you'll notice a humongous nib. It's a number 8 size nib. It's a steel nib. I ordered it on AliExpress with a medium nib. I've not written with this yet. It is a piston filling pen. You can see the ink window here as well. And if I twist that piston knob, you should see, there you go, the piston arrives. And then if I turn it back the other way, it goes back up to the top of the pen. The feed on, or the feeder on the pen looks like it's an ebonite feed, but it feels like it's plastic to me. I don't think that that is ebonite. It would be nice if it was, but I don't think it is. I might be wrong there, but it definitely looks and feels a little bit more plasticky to me. Can I post the cap? I can, and I can post it deeply and securely. Now, it does, on like if you push it hard, you can get it to fit on the body there. Otherwise, you are posting it on basically that piston knob. So if I post it here and just kept turning that cap, you are going to see the piston come down. And if you were to try and pull that off, you're probably going to snap the piston. So this is why I typically don't like posting pens or posting caps, because it can be a little bit more troublesome. You can break the piston knobs if you're not careful. But this, in the size of my hand, is actually a decent size, even when it's not posted. I love that number 8 size nib. That really does look the part. Strangely and unfortunately, I don't have a white fountain pen ink. I could use Noodle's Blue Ghost, which I do have, but then you wouldn't be able to see it because it is an invisible ink. So I've got to be a little bit creative on what ink I'm going to put in here, and I've already worked out what ink I'm going to put in this pen. However, I think I might have a little bit of problem because the bottle's a little bit small, and that's a large nib. But this is an interesting pen. I do like this white. It kind of, although it looks like it's a cracked ice, it's more chatoyant than anything. A sparkly white. I kind of wish the orange was a little bit like that, but the orange is quite plain. So I think with that, let's do a size check. We'll do a weight check. We'll do a pen comparison, and then we'll do a writing sample. So the full length of the pen, we're looking about 130 I want to say 137 millimeters in length. The length of the cap, we're looking about probably 65 millimeters in length. And if I unscrew the cap, we will try and stop it rolling away, and we'll do a size check on the body. So from the tip of the nib or tip of the tines, we are looking about 127 millimeters in length. So it is not quite an oversized pen, but you can see that in my hand. It's quite girthy. That nib is huge. I actually do like the size and weight of this pen. Even if I post the cap, it's not back weighted, so it's actually even better sized at that point, and I could write with that easily with that cap on there being only 10 grams in weight. So I think with that, let's do a weight check. So the full weight of the pen, we are looking at just under 35 grams in weight. And let's reset that. The weight of the cap is just under 10 grams in weight, like I mentioned. I'd already checked that before. And then the weight of the body, and we're going to have to try and stop it rolling away. It's really not going to. It's about 25 grams in weight, uninked. And then you're going to add probably 1.5 milliliters to that for the ink. So from left to right, we have an Anoto, and this is a Cult Pens exclusive, and this is the Charles Dickens Christmas Carol. We have a Majohn Titanium TI-136. We have an Anoto University of Oxford. We have a Visconti, and this is the Empire. We have a Majohn P139 in the ice or cracked ice white with a number 8 nib. We have an Anoto, and this is the Platinum Jubilee in sterling silver. We have an Anoto in the Coronation in sterling silver. We have a Mont Blanc Writer's Edition Jules Verne. We have a Parker Duofold Centennial Godwin in gold. And we have a Mont Blanc Writer's Edition Jane Austen. So, I'm going to ink this up. And unfortunately, the ink that I've chosen is going to be Sailor Shikiori. Now, I probably didn't choose this very well, because I think I'm going to have a struggle to get this down to the bottom of that. I think it's going to be a challenge, but let's try. If not, I do have a ink miser that I could use. So let's see. Maybe I can do it. So I'm going to actually screw down the piston knob to get it down to the bottom. And then I'm going to ink it up. And oh no, I can actually just get it in there. It is pulling up the ink. So I probably would only be able to do this once, I think. And then after that, I'm going to struggle. So I probably would have to use an ink miser in future, probably. So I'm just wiping the nib off, and I'm going to put the cap back on. And then I'm going to put the cap on that ink. But you can see that this is a nice coloured ink. I have had to be a little bit creative here in the ink colour. So I think this is the first time I've written with this, so we're going to see how it writes out of the box. So this is a Majohn, and it is a P139 in the white with a number 8 size nib. It is a medium, and it is a steel nib. Now, I'd actually say this nib is writing pretty well out of the box. I probably don't need to tune it much. I would say that this is writing a little bit more on the finer side of medium. Now, the ink in here is Sailor, and it's Shikiori. Now, I always have problems spelling this. It's Shikiori, and it's I just want to double check the spelling on the actual ink name. I think it's Fuji Sugata. But I just want to double check that. Yeah, Fuji Sugata. So it's Fuji Sugata. In terms of line variation, I definitely think you're getting a fine Western fine nib out of that in terms of line width. If I push it, I can get closer towards a medium. You can push that nib a little bit. And then if I continue the vertical lines, I'm not seeing any hard starts or skips. So the nib is fairly well tuned. In terms of ink wetness, let's take a look at this. I will do a horizontal pass as well. I think this is going to be lesser. Yeah. So this nib probably needs having the tines opened a little bit. It's not as wet on the cross strokes as it is on the vertical strokes. But that nib isn't scratchy. I think I wouldn't probably need to tune that nib. I just need to... I might want to open the tines up a little bit to have it write a little bit more like a medium. Although, I think, honestly, this isn't far off that, to be honest. But I probably will open up the tines a little bit. What do I like? What do I not like about this pen? Well, I like that it cost me about £57 imported into the UK. So that's about 57 euros or dollars, US dollars. I like that it's a piston filling pen. I love the white effect on this pen. I like that a lot. It's a little bit of a shame, though, that Majohn do seem to be copying other manufacturers. And this really looks like a Delta Vita / Mont Blanc kind of copy here. It is a shame that they are doing that. I'd say that's one of the downsides. I do like it's got a number 8 size nib on this, and I am really liking that. It's a very large nib. But I think for the price, this is actually a pretty good pen. I do have this in the orange. I did find that the orange, I don't know if... I'll probably release the orange review first. That one did have a nib that was a little bit more scratchy on the cross strokes or diagonal up strokes. So that one I would have to tune a little bit. So typically I normally find about 80% of nibs out of China I do need to tune myself, compared to a lot lesser, around probably 20% in Western European nibs or Bock or Yovo nibs. So there you have it. That's my unboxing review of the Majohn P139 in the white number 8 size medium steel nib. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next pen video. Bye bye.